Hello guys, what's this website you say? It's a website called MU Paradise. It's where people can send me different ISOs for different types of consoles. These are all consoles which are they're basically outdated now. Stuff where it's hard to find the games for them and all that sort of stuff. And I'm just having a look. Why? Because it's gonna be the Halloween special soon. 2 days away to be precise. Which brings me to a question for you guys. On Halloween Day, what special horror game do you want me to play? I have had a few requests for some Slender games. I'm not gonna do anything on that. That's on hold. Because there is a Slender video which I have made with a friend called Jordan, and I will be uploading that soon. It's all done, ready, yada yada yada. Just waiting to do like a few minor tweaks, and it should be ready. For the horror video game wise, I don't mind what it is, just as long as it's a horror game. Yeah. By the way, guys, I keep saying that. These are the requirements for the game. Now, they have to be on PC. Well, I'm going to send a link to this website. If you can find the horror game on any of these emulators, then that's fine enough. However, the emulator has to have the emulator which I select. I have to know that it's got good enough audio BIOS and video BIOS, because a few of them out there are absolutely rubbish, where a few of them are amazing. Right then, next requirement for them, YouTube wise, it has to follow the basic YouTube lore or background. If you don't know what that is, then look at YouTube, where it says the bits where the terms and conditions and all that. Don't just click away. Actually look at that, because they are important for recording wise. Because I can record the video, any video I want, and if it doesn't have one of these things, it will literally just kick me off off of YouTube. So it has to have those requirements. It also has to be, it can't be anything too long, because if I start if I am going to start a playthrough that's long, I want to make sure that I finish it around about, well, I want to finish it like a few weeks after, because I'm going to play this game non-stop and record it. So that's going to be an issue as well. What other requirements can I think of? Obviously, I've already said YouTube requirements and stuff like that. What other requirements can I think of? It has to be a proper horror game. It can't be anything like, below the age of, silly. Like, it can't be like a 3+ or something like that, because they don't count as horror games. They just count as games which have minor, small jump scares in them. I've already said that I can't be Slender, because I've got a Slender video that I'm going to upload. I was thinking of doing Eri, however, I had to look at that and I just don't like it. I've actually played through it, and to be quite honest, it was boring for me. The monsters that follow you, they're not monsters, they're just like giant monkey things. So, the day before I played that game, I was playing Donkey Kong, so you can imagine that it wasn't necessarily much of a scary game for me when I think, Donkey Kong is chasing after me. Yeah, I will, I may as well just go through the website now for you. First of all, if my mouse would stop being odd. There's each section up here, which is obvious. ROMs and IMSOs. For you people that don't know what any of these are, I'll go through what they are now, because I don't want you to send me a billion like emulators going, oh, try out this game. I couldn't find this game. It is not in the emulators. Emulators are things which you can use certain programs and stuff on. They're like Windows 7 is an emulator, and you can have all these programs that are Windows 7 compatible. That's what an emulator is. So you got your emulators, which is like the base program. You need to, if you are gonna recommend an emulator to me, recommend the best one you can find. It can be a Nintendo DS game as well if you want, because they have emulators on that. Game Boy Advance, any of these, anything that's here. If you click on view all emulators, I have tons of them, trust me. ROMs and ISOs, they are like the programs which go onto the emulator. Like if I open up, here we go. This thing here is called Dolphin, so I don't know whether you can see the top or anything like that. But what Dolphin basically is I can play Game Boy, not Game Boy, what is it? GameCube games and Nintendo Wii games. Even though I don't have a Nintendo Wii, and you can play games of that. If you send me ISOs for the Nintendo Wii, I can actually play off the Nintendo Wii, which is good. If I go through what's some more, there's lots and lots and lots of stuff. If there's like a particularly old game which you want to play, quite simply, there's a whole entire section for that. You can play. Here we go. You can play Atari 2600 games, NES, Game Boy Color, SMS, which is mobile games, and Game Gear. So it's stuff like something like Super Mario Brothers. You can find stuff like that here. However, I want them to be horror. It can't be Super Mario Brothers or anything like that. It has to be pure horror. I say pure horror, now you're gonna send me stuff like, welcome to the House of Destiny. We will be killing you tonight. Just now. Also, if you can't find any emulators, I'm perfectly fine with Flash games. There's one which I'm thinking of doing. You can send it to me, any of the Flash games if you want, or send me links to them. But, you know, just as long as it's a horror game, it's okay. Happy Wheels doesn't count. So yeah, preferably if it's a Flash game, it'll have to be point and click. Reason being is because some of these games can just take forever and ever and ever, and it tears the computer to pieces. So that's that. Okay, that's all I have to say now. Happy Halloween.